Nancy Grace is here, the host of Crime Stories with Nancy Grace on YouTube. It's great to see you. You're the first person I think of when looking at a story like this, and the details that we know so far, Nancy, and then the lack of details that have been released. What is going through your mind? What concerns you here?
Well, first of all, it's very difficult for me to talk about it because I hold Savannah Guthrie very close to my heart. She and I worked together for a long time at Court TV. First of all, it's bleak. It's bleak. From what I understand, Nancy Guthrie, Savannah's mother, was taken forcibly out of her home. Her front door was unlocked and the lights were on. What does that tell me? That tells me that someone else entered the home and took her because it was not her custom and practice to leave her door unlocked or all the lights on in the home. We're now hearing about a so-called mystery car. Did someone drive up to her home and pull her out of her bed? We're hearing reports that there was blood found at the scene, which obviously indicates a struggle, that someone was struck or worse. Now, concerning is the claim that there was a mystery car. Is that real, or is that just somebody trying to get clicks or views online? If it's real, that tells me something very disturbing, that this is not random. For a car to allegedly have pulled up to Nancy Guthrie's home and taken her out, that indicates that this is not just a burglar wandering around trying to get in and steal your VCR, trying to steal some jewelry, trying to steal electronics. This is someone that drove to her house and got her out and took her away. Why? The first thing is to bring in canines. And sadly, that is scent tracker dogs and cadaver dogs. I believe that's been done. Where did it lead? What do we know? It tells me this: she is not in that surrounding area. One, she doesn't have dementia. She doesn't have Alzheimer's. She has no cognitive decline. So she didn't just wander out of the house in her pajamas and end up in the woods. That didn't happen. The dogs didn't find her. So I can rule that out. Someone has absolutely taken her. Now I've got to figure out, how much time do I have? We know the statistics, and I don't like the statistics. They taste like dirt in my mouth right now. With every hour that passes, the likelihood that she will survive decreases. That is why, without losing hope, we have to hurry. How can we advance this investigation? I believe it was a targeted attack. Who knew she would be there? Who knew she would come home from that church event and miss church the next morning? Who knew she would be there? Who knew her routine and practice? Who knew she would be alone? Who knew either the alarm code, or that there is no alarm, or that it would be activated? Who knew that? Are there cameras? What can they tell me? For Pete's sake, everybody and their brother has a Ring door cam now. Yeah. What have we learned? That's where it needs to go right now. I identify people in her circle and a little bit beyond, employees, people that work in the neighborhood, people that work next door, people that work in her grocery store. They need to be identified, and pronto.
Do you think, Nancy, can I ask you, do you think it's someone that potentially knew Nancy Guthrie?
Yes, that's what I'm saying. I don't mean that they had lunch with her on Sunday afternoon or went to the movies with her, but someone not necessarily in her circle, like her children or her relatives. Beyond that, somebody that cut her grass, somebody that worked on her car, somebody that cleaned the church halls or did the yard there, somebody that knows her and knows her practice and pattern, that knows she'll be alone, that can take her out. Otherwise, why target her? Why such a clean entry-exit? So I'm not hearing anything about fingerprints. I'm not hearing about any lead. I believe this is someone that didn't necessarily know her, but knew her enough to take her. Yeah. She's been forcibly taken from her home, an 84-year-old granny with mobility issues. My mother's 94, she lives with me. There's no way she's gonna walk off our property.
Yeah, absolutely.
Somebody took Nancy Guthrie, somebody that knew her.
They found her wallet, Nancy Guthrie's wallet at her home, her cell phone, her medications there, and then there was evidence, and this is the hard part to report, there's evidence that she was indeed harmed. I wanted to show you this really quickly because you've worked with the Today Show host Savannah Guthrie for some time, and she put out a statement and she was asking for prayers in this moment, and I'll show this to our viewers. She says this: "Thank you for lifting your prayers with ours for our beloved mom, our dearest Nancy, a woman of deep conviction, a good and faithful servant. Raise your prayers with us and believe with us that she will be lifted by them in this very moment. We need you. Bring her home." Just response there, Nancy, to that statement by Savannah.
Well, it breaks my heart. I know Savannah, and I know she's a person of faith. I know Mrs. Guthrie is devout, and they are calling on a power much greater than you or me or the police to bring their mother home, and how that cannot touch not only our hearts, but the heart of the person that took her, and possibly the people that took her. I do not know. I know this: she's an 84-year-old lady that needs her meds and has mobility issues. Who would take her and why? And yes, I join with Savannah in prayer, not just tonight, but right now, to bring her mother home.
Still so many questions remain. Nancy Grace joining us with her thoughts. It's great to see you, Nancy. Unfortunate under these circumstances, I know, but thank you for coming on. We appreciate that.
Information. Truth is freedom. Is Newsmax. It's real news for real people.